My name is John O'Connor. We're here in Kildalton College, and I'm just going to give you a rundown on the beef systems here in the college. There's two beef systems in the college. One of them is suckler to beef, where suckler beef is mostly continental animals like here, and we finish all animals on the farm here. The second system is calf to beef, where Jamie will give a rundown on the calf to beef system, where it will be Frisian calves brought into the system and finished at 2-year-old beef. Right behind me here, we're in the calving shed, the suckler calving shed. I'll just go through a few different breeds here. These calves are born in the last couple of days. An average birth weight of a suckler calf would be between 40 kilos and 50 kilos. This is a young cow here in front of us, a Smethel cross cow here in front of us. Mostly breeds would have a limousine cross, Smethel cross, and 50% of the herd then is AI with high index, replacement index straws, and the other 50% of the herd will use a terminal index bull, a high terminal index bull, a Charlie stock bull. Right behind us here is a Smethel cross cow. Our calf was born a few hours ago. It's a Charlie bull calf. The calves from the suckler herd, they go 4 different directions. The bull calves, 80% of them we do under 16-month-old bull beef with them, and 20% of them, the smaller ones, we do steer beef, 24 months old. The heifer calves, the top index heifer calves are kept for breeding, and the lower index calves, we finish them off grass to 18 to 20 months old. Right behind us here are two black limousine cows. One has a Smethel calf here, and the other one has a Charlie calf. The after calving, they come in here just before the calf, and they spend 2 days with the calves, and after spending 2 days they go over to the layback place over here. Right behind us here are the calves and the layback area. You see different breeds again. There's a Charlie cross Smethel, a red limousine lying down there. The calves lie in the straw and the mothers lie on the slats, and the calves go in and out to the mothers whenever they want to soak. Right behind us here are these are two bulls. They're 13 months old. The breed of the lad here in front of us is Smethel. He's 650 kilos. He has put on 1.47 kilos from birth up to today. And the guy behind him is a Charlie, and he's 580 kilos, and he put on 1.4 kilos from birth up to today. These are on ad lib meal since 1st of February. They will be slaughtered by early May. And the grades of these animals will be U. The white Charlie definitely will be U+, and this fella will be U-. These are two heifer weanlings. They're a year old or 13 months old as well. The heifer up on the right hand side there is a Charlie. She's 440 kilos, and she put on 1 kilo from birth up to today. And the other heifer here is 340 kilos, and she's putting on 0.9 of a kilo. She is the Charlie of a Belgian blue cow, and the other heifer is a Charlie of a limousine cross cow. These are two steers here right in front of us, 24 months of age. We have a red limousine and a Charlie. The red limousine is 660 kilos. He will be going to the factory in the next week or so. He is a grade of about an R+ or a U-. This guy here is 620 kilos, and this is a U grade animal. Right behind us here are two Frisian bullocks, 24 months of age as well. They're ready for slaughter. The tall guy there in the back is 650 kilos. He's a P grade. And the guy here right in front of us here is an O grade, and he's weighing 640 kilos.
Hello, my name is Jamie Cahill, and I want to talk to you today about the dairy calf to beef enterprise here in Kildalton College. So I'm going to talk you through the different stages of the calf's life, right from birth right through to finish at slaughter weight. So I suppose every stage of the calf's life is very, very crucial, starting from the point of birth. So we're looking here in Kildalton. Now we have our own dairy unit, and we buy in every year a couple of calves from the dairy bull calves from the dairy unit. So we have to ensure that from birth that the 1-2-3 rule is followed. So the 1-2-3 rule being that the first feed is within 2 hours and is 3 litres of colostrum. This calf is then reared on milk replacer for the first 10 to 12 weeks of the calf's life. Once the calf is eating 1 kilo of meal per day, we can then start to wean the calf off of milk and onto a solid diet, and then he's fully weaned off of milk. He'll then go to grass at about 10 to 12 weeks of age on 1 kilo of meal for about a month, and that's his rearing period finished. So that calf will then spend the next couple of months out at grass in its first season, We aim to achieve a daily growth rate of about 0.8 of a kilo per day over that first grazing season. The calf will be taken off meal then from around June, July, once grass quality is good enough to keep up that growth rate. Then comes September time, once grass quality deteriorates, as does weather, the calf will be put back on meal to keep that average daily gain going up until housing at about November time generally. At housing time, that calf should then weigh about 220 or 230 kilos at housing. They're on a high protein diet at this stage to keep the frame of the animal growing over the winter period. Over the winter period, we hope to achieve a daily gain of about 0.7 of a kilo per day. Then at turnout the following spring, come end of February or early March, they'll be turned out to grass at an average rate of about 200 or 320 or 330 kilos. The two animals here in the crush today are very good examples of what we have on the farm. These two guys here are weighing 380 and 390 kilos, so they're well ahead of their targets for this turnout period. So once that animal is then turned out to grass in early March, the next part of the plan is to try and get as much carcass growth or as much body growth on the animal as we possibly can from the cheapest feed available to us, which is grass. So they will spend that second summer out of grass on a grass-only diet from then until November. We hope they will achieve a growth rate of about a kilo a day over that second season at grass. They'll then be housed again November time, the back end of the year, where they're weighing in around 500 or 510 kilos. They're then put on, a finishing diet of a high energy nut, low protein. Okay, we don't want to grow them anymore. We want to put on a fat score and get the finish level on them just perfectly for the factory. So once they're housed, they're on a diet of about 5 kilos per day, plus very good quality silage, 73 DMD plus. They'll be fed this diet for 100 or 120 days, putting on, a finishing growth rate of about 0.9 of a kilo per day. They then are fit for a factory at about, a live weight of 650 kilos, or a total carcass weight of about 330 kilos. The two here behind us today are almost fit for slaughter. They're weighing 670 kilos and 625 kilos. So again, they're well ahead and well on target for, factory slaughter. Thank you.